The truth about a fat-prone characteristics: never say it's easy to lose weight because you don't have the fat gene. Whenever we discuss the topic of weight loss, someone in the audience always asks, I'm wondering, how can I gain weight? Sigh. The differences between people and people are huge. The actual fact is that whether a person is fat or thin is dependent on the gene. 1. Some people are born with a fat-prone characteristic and it manifests itself in many ways, including but not limited to growing up fat and having a family member who is also fat. Difficult to lose weight, but easy to gain weight, especially having an appetite for eating high-calorie food, having a constant desire for food. It seems their body's willingness to gain fat is more substantial, and they are very good at storing fat, using all available ways to grow fat. If some people think that staying in shape is just so easy, then these people with the fat gene are assigned to the hardest mode. Of course, some people will retort, no, there is no such thing as a fat-prone characteristic, the only difference is self-control. This is also a very popular view on the internet. They sound like as if as long as you control your mouth and move your legs, fat can be lost. It sounds reasonable, but have you ever thought, the strength of self-control may not be based on physical difference? Why can some people control their food intake, but others cannot? Simply a poor self-control couldn't lightly cover this. In many people's minds, self-control seems to be something you can have if you want. But self-control is a mental activity and also essentially a physical activity. For many people who uphold the specific notion and believe that the body is the body and the mind is the mind, this statement may be difficult to accept. In the end of the day, human beings, with its flesh and blood, are also made up of the basic particles in the universe, and the brain is no different. All your thoughts, decisions, and emotions are essentially the secretion of chemicals, the activation of neurons, and the electrochemical signals that travel through the synapses, too. Various chemical signals in the body, similar to some kind of natural differences, govern self-control. Genes can influence aspects like the preference for food and the size of your appetite. Genes make you cannot stop binge eating. To date, more than 400 genes have been identified concerning obesity, which can make people more likely to gain weight by controlling appetite, satiety, metabolism, body fat distribution, etc. Among them, the most famous is the FTO gene. 3. It is said that there are two types of people in the world, those who do not want to eat as soon as they are full. And there is the other kind of people, as long as there is food in front of them, they cannot stop. Such eating habits may have been established during childhood. Researchers have found that the FTO gene variation leads to higher than normal levels of ghrelin in the body. Ghrelin is the hormone the stomach uses to communicate that it is hungry and wants to eat. Under normal circumstances, the level of ghrelin increases before meals to stimulate appetite, and decreases after meals to make you feel full and ready to stop eating. However, among people with the FTO gene mutation, ghrelin will be higher than normal even after eating, leading to easier hunger and high appetite even after eating. Not only that, but the FTO gene also affects people's preferences for types of food. There are two kinds of people in the world: those people who think, fried chicken and cake are so boring, I can't eat those after 2 bites, and those people who say, no way can I stop eating these. Yes, people with the FTO gene mutation are naturally more interested in high-calorie foods and tend to include more foods high in sugar and fat in their daily diet. Hence we reach the critical conclusion that many people can do without high-calorie foods, and do not eat unless they are hungry, are not simply because they have good self-control, but because their bodies do not want it that much in the first place. And others need to overcome the massive resistance from their bodies if they want to achieve the so-called self-control. 4. However, there are many other factors that is affecting the body shape, and genes can only take part of the blame.